Hello and welcome to the Growing Pair episode 23. I won't ask you how to say that in Spanish. My name is Isaac Goldfarb and with me here is...
James Edge.
Hello, James. Episode 23. Wow, it sounds like a long journey now, right? With
Yeah.
23 episodes.
Well, just for the listeners, we tried to catch up with episodes. We've done 2 in quick succession. Kind of interesting doing one quite soon after the other one.
Don't tell the secrets behind the scenes, but yeah, normally we don't. Normally it takes us 7 days minimum between recording episode to episode, but because of your adventures next week, we needed to record 2
Yeah.
episodes in 1 week. So, what are you bringing to the table?
Yeah, so mine is a kind of personal one that I've probably been dealing with maybe like the last couple of months. Something I've been thinking about, and I kind of wanted to get your thoughts and kind of see maybe if the viewers kind of get the same thing. But it's around the topic of some days and some moments I'm frustrated. To make it easier, maybe in a bad mood or a negative mood, and little things frustrate you, but those little things aren't the reason why you're frustrated, but you can't help it. Like, let's say your keys don't work in the door and you get really frustrated, or someone walks in front of you and you get way more angry and annoyed than you would, and something inside you is frustrating you, but you're not really sure what it is. And I've been trying to catch those moments and then trying to get myself in better peaceful mood afterwards. And basically, yeah, so I'm bringing this topic because I'm kind of asking you whether you kind of get those moments and how you get yourself in a kind of better state of mind, or whether I'm just unique and have these moments during my week and no one else does.
So let me disappoint you. You
Yeah.
are not unique in that sense. You're unique in many other senses, but not in that sense. Because we all have those moments where we're just frustrated with the world and we don't really understand why. And some of us actually allowing this to control us more. People, I believe, like you and me, which we are more self-aware, we can catch ourselves in those moments. So a lot of people are frustrated and are not even aware they're frustrated. It just happened, and then if they allow themselves to reflect back on what happened, then they can remember, oh, it was a bit of a silly for me to get upset by the keys not opening the door. And my husband is quite good in identifying when I'm getting to those moments, when I'm not noticing I'm getting to those moments.
Yeah.
And it's good to have someone like that to reflect that back to you, because then, it comes from a good place, not from, kind of annoying me and upsetting me. It's just, you remember how kind of thing. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, yeah, that was silly. So it helps me. I don't know if frustrated is the right word to choose here, because frustration is a deeper feeling than when you describe those moments of lack of connection between what's really happening and what's going on in your mind, if you know what I mean.
So yeah, when I had those moments and I knew, well, I'm not actually angry at that specific event, there's something deeper. So I tried to think about what it could be, and I'm still kind of figuring out what is causing those moments. And I feel it is frustration. And then I kind of thought more, and I thought maybe it's a frustration because I'm not feeling how I would want to be feeling, or I'm not as present as I want to be present. And I think that's kind of where I've got to in terms of why those moments come up, but it's all subconscious, which is the tricky thing.
When you speak now, I don't know why I was thinking about it, and it's quite interesting to reflect why it made me think about the sea. And you know how the sea can be wavy and the sea can be flat. And of course, it's based on the geographical and the pressure in the earth and all of that. So if you take that behavior of the sea to yourself as your own body, you will see that there is something that is out of balance. And when you're out of balance, you kind of probably react or respond to events that you would have reacted differently if you were in balance.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm inviting you that if you catch yourself when you are getting frustrated from something simple or small that happened,
Yeah.
to ask yourself, am I in balance? And if not, what is the off balance? What do I need to work on that make
Yeah.
me back to my balance?
And that's what I've been doing because yeah, you're right. There's something out of balance, out of alignment internally, but I can't. It's tough to work out what it is because it's completely subconscious. Because there's something inside you that is causing more frustration at someone walking in front of you or your bag splitting than you're aware of because you're not consciously because you don't in that moment know what the reason is. Obviously, it's because the bag split and it's annoying, but the big reaction, you're not actually sure what's driving that, and that's in the subconscious. So it's kind of tricky to know what is driving that for me. But the simplest solution for me is just to try and become present again. And when I'm present, then that imbalance doesn't exist. So that's what I try and do when I catch myself in those moments.
I think it's quite difficult to tune yourself back so quickly when you have that moment. It sounds to me like you're almost putting yourself like pressure in order to balance yourself. But think about it as a swing. So the
Mm.
swing is up and you put it down, then
Hmm. Hmm.
the other side will go up. So when you say catching yourself and trying to bring me back, may I invite you to look at it as allowing yourself that moment.
Mm.
Allow yourself to feel whatever you feel and allow yourself to let it go away by itself.
That's a good point because I get frustrated and I think some other people would if you catch yourself, you get frustrated that you're feeling frustrated.
Yeah. I catch myself sometimes when, I'm cutting vegetables in the kitchen
Hmm.
and something fell down on the floor and I'm like picking it up and throwing it at the bin and then go to the next vegetable and it happens again. I'm like, oh come on. And something, so there is like, I'm learning that when
Hmm.
I'm catching myself, it's like, okay, Isaac, just allow it, just allow this
Mm.
feeling,
Mm.
you're making yourself lunch, just eat, just do whatever and it will go away. I woke up this morning quite
Mm.
frustrated for whatever reason. I don't know what. I woke up and I maybe not sleeping right in the night and all of that, and I felt like
Mm.
kind of thing. Yeah. And I'm asking myself, okay, what can I do to put myself back in the balance?
Yeah.
Nothing helps. And then I was funny enough, I was working on our podcast from our recording from yesterday, and
Mm.
something there, I can't remember exactly what, made me go back to my balance and relax.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'm feeling fine now. I'm
Yeah.
feeling great now. I'm feeling okay now.
Yeah.
So maybe the conclusion from this is take yourself to a different scenario or take yourself to something else. Do
Yeah.
something completely else from what you've just done that make
Yeah.
you feel this that way.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you were listening to the podcast, what were the feelings that were coming up for you? Because that's going to give you a clue to where to kind of go, where you can kind of get those feelings from something else. So let's say the podcast, you were listening to it and you felt inspired or you
It
felt
wasn't the
connected.
listening to it, was the working on editing it.
Ah.
It's that mindset of I'm doing something, I'm working towards something, another thing for us, another thing for the listeners, and
Mm.
kind of sharing light, love, or whatever. That's what I
Yeah.
can connect to.
Yeah.
And then you know what? And now I'm thinking about it. When I'm finding myself in that situation, and
Mm.
I'm talking to someone else, I don't know, networking meeting or
Mm.
someone booked a call or whatever it is, suddenly I'm focusing on giving the light to someone else, then
Yeah. Well, maybe it's that turn of attention away from you to something or someone else that
yeah,
then takes away that frustration.
yeah, maybe it's a
Oh, so
good
I'm going to test that out next time I shout at my door.
Yeah, I'm just curious what was in the bag that split now. Let us know in the comments. Do you call it frustration to the feeling we are describing here? And if not, what do you call it? And how do you help yourself
Mm.
when you're finding yourself in those moments when you are fed up with the world, as we
Mm.
sometimes, all of us, again, James, you're not unique in that. All of
Yeah,
us
yeah.
sometimes feel this way.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe, and do, as always, whatever you can do to help us grow the growing pair. So, things you're taking for today?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty clear on my two things. So the first one is going to be when I catch myself being frustrated is just allow myself to be frustrated instead of getting frustrated that I'm frustrated. Sometimes I do actually laugh at myself about how frustrated I've got, and that helps as well. So
How
kind of
long after do you laugh about yourself? Not at the same time, do you?
no, couple of seconds because I need to catch it. I need to know myself doing it and be like, James, you've just done that, and then I'll laugh and be like, so a couple of seconds after. So own it, let the frustration out, maybe laugh at it. That's going to help me in those moments. And then the second thing is, yeah, when I do after that moment's passed, then can I turn my attention to something or someone, something that's purposeful to me or someone that I care about? If I turn my attention that way in that moment after I've laughed and embraced the frustration, will that then help me get into a less frustrated, more positive state of mind? So I'm gonna try that out.
That was very quite clear two things you're
I
taking.
know I had it really clear. How about you?
I'm going to reflect after this whether I'm in agreement with the terminology of frustration or not for that
Mhm.
specific, because as I said to you, I feel like frustration is something much more deeper than that,
Mhm.
than something events that happen and I'm feeling frustrated. But maybe it's a terminology and language thing. The how
Imbalance is what you
eh,
like.
yeah, and the swing thing that I mentioned, and that's not necessarily only when you're feeling that frustration feeling, is like when you're trying to encounter a feeling with the
Mm.
opposite, you're just creating the swing effect and not necessarily helping to the situation, whatever situation
It's kind
that's
of
going to be.
extreme, right? Fighting fire with fire.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's finding the tuning, the balance, finding that balance slowly back to that place where you feel okay with yourself.
Yeah.
That was a very nice topic to discuss. Thank you for bringing that, James.
No worries. Hope everyone enjoyed
Until
it.
next time, see you guys very, very soon.
Adios.